today to check out today's content. Today's content is going to just be educational discussion focused entirely on risk reduction. We want to be very careful with what words we use because that alters the interpretation. So when we say risk reduction versus harm reduction, two completely different conversations. Harm reduction implies that it's negative. It's not negative. It's only negative if it's charged to be negative. So with that being said, by primarily saying, hey, this is risk reduction, yes, it creates all the difference. I picked up on that terminology at Rio Hondo College. It is a community college within SoCal. Check out your community resources because it makes sense. Make it make sense, and it makes the most sense. There's a lot of stuff going on at play, you know. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. I make all of this content from my younger self, content I would have loved to watch growing up. So with that being said, it's entirely based on wealth, health, and everything in between. So with that being said, God bless. May I ask you today, if you believe in God, what have you done under God's name today, right now? Right now, I'm focusing primarily on risk reduction because I have a whole fleet of resources already in the industry to be able to assist that. First, we start off with these discussions, right? If you're doing good, it leads to more content. If it doesn't go anywhere, we move on. So by us just doing marketing stunts, I could focus on the marketing work and then on the back end facilitate deals, broker this and this, do applications after the fact. So first we educate, and then from the education we come together, pull resources together, and execute and get results. Rinse and repeat. Now, to someone that's not really familiar with entrepreneurship, it might come across as being inconsistent, as hopping from idea to idea. But if you know anything about this, then you know that it is like that anyways. So yeah, real quick, let's just get into it. Today's topic is cannabiliss. Why? Well, because cannabis will have you feeling that innocent bliss, wrongfully, by the way. While you're feeling good and completed, right? You shouldn't feel like that. There's no reason for you to feel great 24/7 of the day. It's unrealistic, it's not healthy, and it's actively working against you. I mention that very clear, really, really simply because it's like, yo, it's literally a facade. You feel good in here as a facade, not because you actually feel good, but because your brain is chemically imbalanced to feel good. And keep in mind, by the way, that nowadays you have no idea what you're smoking or what you're consuming unless you have an idea of what you're consuming and what you're smoking. And again, this is entirely educational content. I am not selling, promoting anything. This is entirely educational based to prevent more risk and not harm. We're very adamant on that because I wanted to create a safe space to eliminate the stigma. I want to create a land of the lost, a church for the people that are literally sick. I don't hang out with people that are not sick because, well, they might be sick. They're entirely convinced that, hey man, this is cannabis. Why should I give a fuck? My life's good. But guess what? That creates a huge disconnect. Okay, but let's get back to the topic at hand. The topic at hand is cannabilis. And why that's very important, it's quite simple, man. We feel good when we shouldn't feel good, when we have no reasons to feel good. That is creating a huge disconnect within ourselves because our life results won't reflect that. We will just feel that, and that will create an inconsistency in the flow of the work, of the energy. So by being primarily focused on, oh shit, this is not helping me, what could help me? Be more of myself, sober thoughts, as in creating enough empty space in my head, right? So that way I could actually create and not destroy. Very important on that. So yeah, guys, hashtag 7th Wonder TV, Tony from the 626 space, making all of Monte SGV SoCal look good. But truth be told, I'm an international baby in the sense of I'm Mexican, you won't even tell. Anyways, back to the point at hand, man. Cannabilis. It's real, man. It's real, and it's setting up the entire world. All of SoCal is smoked out, and imagine that. Our entire population smoked out while they actively against themselves, while actively everyone else is. And guess what? You're gonna have weed companies tell you, "Oh yeah, weed's not addictive." Well, in 2015, we didn't know better, right? But now we do. Now we fucking do. Now there's case by case studies leading to paranoia, all kinds of problems, X, Y, and Z. And it has everything to do with over commercialization. But guess what? These people are going broke. They're too big to succeed. Literally, they're too big to succeed. And I can't wait for them to dip out the game because California is just giving out licenses left and right. So go ahead, drop your plate, drop your plate, drop your plate. Someone else is going to pick it up and treat it good. Anyways, back to the point, cannabis. If the company behind the healthcare service that you're seeking is using it as a resource to sell to you as a sick person, there's something to take note of that. When it comes to PTSD treatments and unconventional holistic approaches such as magic mushrooms, etc., again, harm and risk reduction. That is the topic of the day. We are not promoting anything or selling anything. The topic is health, and so yeah, within that field, it feels wrong helping someone trip when you know, oh, this is medicine. It feels really wrong and it's very conflicting, and that's exactly why all these companies are getting into health and wellness services, and they're going broke. They're doing it the wrong reason. They're not bankrolling these projects as public resources. They're bankrolling them as private businesses. And guess what? Who the fuck's gonna bankroll it anyways? The public. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff at play. But by me focusing on public outreach, on public resources, on public education, I can then privatize myself after the fact. Does that make sense? So basically, by me focusing on helping out the next guy, I'm gonna help out myself. And I'm to say, like, no, you should always be your own priority every single step of the way. Because how could you help out other people if you can't help out yourself? Yes, I am actively helping out myself. So now, how could I practice extreme generosity like Christ? That's where I'm getting to. It's all about the work. What are we doing? What are we selling? What are we promoting? Because guess what? We don't know it or not, but whenever we support these businesses, we're investing into their voting rights. We're literally bankrolling them. And so, yeah, you might hate Walmart, you might hate McDonald's, but at the end of the day, if you supported them in the last 12 months, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. And yeah, so again, sorry. Back to the point, cannabiliss. I have tried to go sober from cannabis multiple times. I failed multiple times, and it's all because, well, it's a process. I've been smoking since I was like 14, 13 years old, right? And I was told, oh, this is medication. It's not. It is a temporary band-aid to an even bigger problem. And I made that very clear in the last live yesterday on this exact topic. Every day we'll be going live, uploading more and more content, so that way people could get help with me. So what helps me smoke less, right? Staying uber busy, as in if I smoke, that's gonna lead to a consequence in my workflow. I swear to God, that will help. And hold yourself accountable. When I am with my godson, my little brother, I don't want to smoke. I feel guilty, bro. That's good though. That diffuses the cannabilis, bro. Because yes, I want to feel cannabilis, but at the same time, I don't want to feel the consequences. Okay, so by you not getting busy enough, you're setting yourself short to go and enter the cannabis state of mind. For real. So get busy, get active. Let's get to it, man. It's just that simple, bro. It's that simple. We gotta just get to it, man. There's no other way of sugarcoating this shit. You just gotta get shit going. Every day, just try. And you could have your own opinion. If cannabis still helps you out, awesome. God bless. People genuinely have nerve pain. You know what I mean? They genuinely need help. And that's cool. But entirely different applications. I smoked pot to treat my mental disorders, even though it was promoting mental disorder. I didn't know that, but now I know better. And now that's exactly why I'm showing you guys this info. It's because it's coming from experience. It's not coming from papers I've looked at, research. No, this is case by case, my own life. So you may have your opinion. Cool, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? This is what content's for. It's for discussion. And it's just so funny, like, all the time, people want to hide behind cameras where they're telling me, oh, you would only do this online. All right, bet. Pull up on you, Tony. I'm already doing it. So if you want to talk about it real life, let's talk about it real life and let's go live. Let's just talk about it. Like, let's educate the public on X, Y, and Z. Show face. Oh, you're a company selling weed and you want to promote weed every single day? All right, bet. Show face and rep your case, fool. Case closed. Nothing else needs to be said. I'm gonna be wrapping up this little short video. That way it processes faster and I could upload it and reuse it. And so with that being said, y'all, check us out. We're going live daily. I have been talking about this, bro. I have been talking about this. Wrap it up with this clip real quick, and then we'll get it going. How do I? Shit, it's only on. Oops. Let me see. Why you bullshitting? Why you bullshitting, dog? It was one of my more well-received. I think this is it right here.
Chronic cannabis use, so more than twice per week, has consistently been associated with mental health disorders.
Wow, and so does that change anything for you? I know for me it's definitely something to consider because of the fact that it is more based on data and statistics and
Chronic cannabis use, so more than twice per week, has consistently been associated with mental health disorders.
Wow, and so does that change anything for you? I know for me it's definitely something to consider because of the fact that it is more based on data and statistics and
Chronic cannabis use, so more than twice per week,
so
has consistently been associated with mental health disorders.
It's interesting because essentially you have people that are giving legitimate arguments, and it's all love through and through. Very few haters are willing to hate online because I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, I'm showing my face, show yours, dork. Anyways, here's some, you know what I mean, dude? This is some analytic data that y'all could benefit off of, like real in the flesh, like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, who else, bro? Like, game, and I go live while I make content too. So if you're ever curious about how that might all like look like, this is how it looks like, bro. This is how it looks like right here. You know what I mean? Easy. 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 Overbite. That's hilarious. Scump, the last Ronin. I don't understand. I guess I have an overbite. I don't know. I don't know, dog. Hype points. What's hype points? I think this is all new since I uploaded this video over 2 years ago, I think. So it was well received. This is the data. Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Bless, bro. Keep it pushing. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, but that wraps up this piece of video. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Hey, you too, man. I was making some content real quick on my own cannabis addiction because people want to hear that. It's a big thing, you know?
Good testimony?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, bro. Gotta keep it up, man.
All right.
Oh, thank you so much for checking this out. Yeah. Video. Oh wait, I think this is how I could. Okay, cool. Because my phone's all messed up, so I have to get it really interesting.